Hey everybody, welcome to your February Coronado market update. This is the market update for the greater Coronado neighborhood. Starting to see what I would call the beginnings of a real rebound. This is the second month in a row where we've had third month in a row actually, of some real positive numbers. We're into our second month of the new year and the second month of the busy season for the Phoenix market. So beginning to get a feel for what's going on with the market. Coronado is one of our neighborhoods that has very few condos in the market. Definitely seeing some different numbers in the condo market as a whole. Some of the neighborhoods that I track are very heavy on condos, and they have a very different story as far as pricing and as far as days on market, that sort of thing. So usually the single family market leads the condo market. So hopefully we'll see those neighborhoods begin to turn around as well over some time. Interest rates are still kind of bouncing around. We had quite a bit of drop at the beginning of the year, and now they went back up a little bit. So still kind of waiting for that to shake out. Most of the industry kind of feels that the second half of this year will be when we really see the rates drop, but that is still to be determined. So let's get into the numbers. Starting off with the number of active homes, you can see that this number has jumped quite a bit since the beginning of the year. It's relatively normal. Based on what happened last year, we're still below quite a bit that number. So not quite as much of an inventory, but we do normally see a jump between December, January, and February as far as inventory goes. Pending sales, we had a very unusual December in that it was busier than normal. Normally, December is a very quiet month. You can see that this is on a generally upward trend so far this year. Rates have been a little bit volatile, so we aren't getting quite the boost that we expected to see based on what we saw at the end of last year. New listings now, in a perfect world, the new listings and the pendings would be matching, and you would not have a big jump in inventory. Not quite to that level of perfection. We do see more listings right now than pendings. That will probably invert a little bit over the next couple of months as buyers jump into the market more. Nothing to be alarmed as of yet, though. Sold over the last 30 days. Usually January is the slowest month of the year for closings. You can see here that this is an unusual year in that we saw a pickup in the closings in January. So definitely a positive trend. Hopefully this will continue throughout spring. Sold over the last 6 months. This is kind of more of the same. You can see that dip as we head into the fourth quarter, but then that bounce back over the last month or so. This is our month of supply graph. This is a new graph that I've added. I think it's really kind of indicative of where we're at as far as a buyer or seller's market. Anything over 6 months is a buyer's market. Anything under that is a seller's market. As you can see, Coronado has had a very strong performance starting in December with 3 months of supply. It has gone up a little bit, obviously, with those new listings coming on the market. We're still not anywhere near that buyer's market territory yet in the neighborhood. Average sale price over the last 30 days, we've seen a pretty big jump in this as our first January closings begin to hit these numbers. This is part of what I believe is the beginning of a turnaround. Average sales price over the last 6 months. Again, you can see that this number has been climbing basically since the first of the year. Another sign, I think, that we're starting to see a turnaround in the market. Closed price per square foot, you can see that this was dropping kind of throughout December and has leveled off. We haven't seen it really kind of turn around, but it has at least leveled off and stopped dropping. That, generally speaking, has something to do with the size of the homes being sold. So maybe some larger homes have sold and haven't really turned that number around. Smaller homes kind of sell for more per square foot. We definitely have a variety of home sizes in Coronado, so that can be impacted by which types of homes have sold recently. Days on market. Now, the active numbers aren't very useful right now because we are seeing a lot of new inventory hit the market, which brings those down. But they closed. You can see that it was going up until about the second week of the month of January, and it's flattened out, which is a good thing. So that is we stay at around 80 days on the market, that's a pretty good number. That would be a very, very stable and good market. There you have it, folks. Our market update for the Coronado neighborhood for February. As you can see, most of these numbers are very strong. We do need to keep an eye on that inventory. The inventory last year increased pretty significantly, and we did not see the sales kind of keep up with that. And so that inventory stacked up and began to become a drag on the market overall. We are not seeing the same flush of inventory that we saw last year at the same speed anyway. So hopefully that trend will continue. We'll see sales pick up and the market as a whole continue to rebound. If you have any questions for me, you can message me on this app or call me at 480-694-7643. If you like updates like this, I do one for Coronado and for Central Phoenix every month. And I have other neighborhoods as well. If you're interested in, I don't do videos on those, but I do track them. You can like or subscribe, and that really helps out the channel. And we will see you again in 2 weeks.